So now that we switched to the 7-iron, we're trying to get that stacking concept. Hinge shoulder through, it's a good place to start.
Okay.
Yeah, and it makes you sort of warm up with the plan.
Okay.
Now what we need to do is we need to get that ground force pattern matching the swing. It's funny, in the wedge game you kind of did it.
Mm-hmm.
But now there's urge to swing faster, hit it harder, all this other stuff. What you really want to feel, again, push down, as you start that hinge, push down on your right foot. Your head will stay relatively centered. You're not trying to feel like you're shifting to the right. You're just pushing down on that foot. In the transition, you're pushing down on your left foot. There you go, and then through. So hinge, shoulder through, feel that push down action. There you go. So interesting how the rhythm got slower when the ground force pattern got better.
Okay.
You didn't rush that one as
Right.
much. Yeah.
So I have to wait till
You do. There's like that transitional pause, and that stuff kicks in. Good. So hinge, shoulder through, feel that push down move. Good. Now, different people feel it differently. Some people feel it like a rock. Like some people may say, well, actually, I'm rolling the left foot in during the backswing, and I'm rolling the right foot in, like a Nicklaus roll the ankles thing. Some people may say, actually, I feel like left heel up during the backswing, left heel down during the transition. Some people may say left heel up during the backswing, right heel up during the transition. Everybody has their own description of what that good ground force pattern is. But the point is, more pressure grows under the right foot in the backswing, and it grows under the left foot, from the transition. So you have to find that way of integrating that ground force motion right now into your swing. Good. So it's a hinge shoulder through, but what happens really when you get your best swing and that ground force pattern's right? That's kind of what we're asking right now. That's what we're trying to find. See, that had it.
Well, that's because I rolled my ankle, and I can do that.
So you like the left ankle roll?
Yeah.
Good. And is it a left ankle roll back, left ankle roll through? That's like what a Nick Price would do?
It's
or is
left ankle roll back, right ankle?
So left ankle, right ankle, good. So hinge, shoulder through. We're looking for the rolling of the ankles. Great. Again, all of a sudden the rhythm's better, the contact's better, the ball flight's better. And if that was a miss.
Right.
But that miss was a heck of a lot better than the earlier misses, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Good.
I tried this before.
Good.
So this is not like...
It's not unfamiliar. Great.
It's not uncomfortable.
Yeah. Great. I like that. A little timing was a little early, so we got that little early turn pull, which we said we'd talk about later today. Okay?
I don't care. My rhythm's better.
Yeah, things are getting better. So, again, improving is the standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hinge, shoulder through. Feel the roll of the ankles. Great. Okay. You've done enough, you get to the point where you've done enough of the hinge, shoulder throughs. Okay, now we got to go to another level.
Okay.
Hinge, turn through. Yep. Still feeling the roll of the ankles. Great. And that is higher and further, isn't it? You notice that hinge, shoulder through's a lower shot. Okay, it's a more line of flight, lower penetrating shot.
Good wind shot.
Yeah, good wind shot under some trees. Hey, I want to land it short, bounce it up on the green. Stuff like that. Good. Okay. Hinge, turn through. Feel the roll of the ankles. Yeah.
Right.
Early turn. There's your pull, your early turn again. Yeah. And in this trip, we're trying to set the groundwork for everything else you're going to do over the next year. If we meet up again, we've got the groundwork. We can work more on the turn, the depth, the things that will help refine it.
Right.
But you're going to miss some anyway.
Right.
So why overthink the misses when we can focus on just making a better product right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. And you can adjust your ball position back more if you get into a bout where you're pulling a 2 or 3 in a row. Change your ball position. Just move it back more, and you're not going to pull it as much. Okay. Even if you do have that early turn. Okay, so hinge, turn through. Great. I like it. Your finish was facing a little right of the target. The ball went there.
I would think
Yeah.
I was aimed there too.
Yeah. So you're not going to, it's really not where you're aimed at address. It's where you're aimed in the finish that matters.
When you end up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you stand however you stand so that you can finish at the target.
So if I would have finished at the target,
It would have went to the target, even with however you were aimed. Okay? So because you have this range of motion, how many degrees of turn are you going to have to get to the finish? Is it 90? Is it 100? Is it 110? It's 120? Well, it's different.
okay.
And you got to learn no matter how you stand to get your finish to your target.
No matter
Okay?
what. That's
No matter
top
what.
priority.
That's top priority as far as targeting. Yep. Okay.
Never heard it put that way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep. Hinge, turn, through. Great. Hinge, turn, through. As a matter of fact, there's a AJ Boner has this Truth About Golf commercial, infomercial. He did this series, and actually he worked for Zevo. And I went in one time. I said, "Look, we need to get this driver fitted for it. It spins too much." He says, "Well, maybe you need to change your swing." I said, "Look, don't tell me how to swing. I can swing like Hogan, Snead." I went down the list. I demonstrated all these things, and I stood dead close, plays it at the target. I stood open like Trevino, played it at the target. I stood square, I played it at the target. And afterwards, he said, "Let's fit the driver to you." But funny, he used that little skit in his infomercial. He does aim like Snead. He was closed. He had that little reroute pull. Trevino was open at the same target, squared up. You can play at the same target, and so it's a matter of understanding that your path of the club face, the angle of the club face, path of the club head, and the direction of the through motion all have to match up to go to the target. Okay? So the relations of the club face to the path determines the curvature. Okay? And then knowing how they line up or how they match in relation to the target sends it to the target. Largely what dictates, the movement of those blending together is where we're finishing. When we get everything to finish the target, things tend to match up and finish at the target. Okay? So,
That's a good thought.
Yep.
Because I don't think of that.
Exactly.
I really don't.
It's worked for a lot of great players. Jay Haas, belt buckle to the target. I'm going to go down the list. Davis Love, the third or senior actually taught, finished to your target. George Knudson finished to your target. And they all targeted it pretty damn good. So. Great.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. So now, we have the hinge turn through. Now we go hinge turn finish, and especially when we hit finish, that image of finishing the target becomes more important. So hinge turn finish. Yeah, a little stiff, a little tense.
I wasn't
Yep.
quite sure what.
Yeah, just say it and do it. Hinge turn finish. If it feels like what you're saying, you're doing it. Hinge, turn, finish. Okay, hinge, turn, finish. Find that feel. Hinge, turn, finish. Somebody gave you $1,000 for a hinge, turn, finish. What would you do? There it is. A little quick, but that's what we're looking for there.